I know you've been waiting for this for some time, but finally we are here, and I'm really excited for this one. Today we're taking a look at one of the latest releases from Mattel's DC line, Batman and Nightwing vs. Bane. Mattel has been doing a great job with their 2-pack and 3-pack action figure sets, as they've been really fun and providing a lot of comfort to those waiting for the adult line to come in early next year. It's easy to say we have all been dissecting these kids line action figures to assess how Mattel has been doing with this license, and it's safe to say we have not been disappointed. If you haven't already, you can check out my other unboxing videos in the link below, where you would find the Killer Croc set, Clayface, and Mr. Freeze. This set features 3 iconic characters with decades of comic book history behind them. I'm loving the look of this classic blue Batman straight from the go. For me, it's the OG look. Literally looks like straight out of the comic books. You've got the monstrous Bane, one of Batman's most dangerous enemies. A brilliant strategist combined with incredible physical strength. Bane is best known for the legendary story where he broke Batman's back during the famous Nightfall story, cementing himself as one of Gotham's most feared villains. Joining them is Nightwing, originally known as Dick Grayson, the very first Robin. After years of fighting alongside Batman, Grayson stepped out of his mentor's shadow and forged his own identity as Nightwing. Today he's one of DC's most respected heroes and a fan favorite character in his own right. There is so much depth, tragedy, and backstories to all of these characters, and to see them all together is incredible. I know these figures are for kids line, but honestly, as an adult collector, these look so appealing. Taking a quick look at the packaging, we can see debris and what seems like broken wreckage of buildings. With Bane, you wouldn't expect anything other than that. The back shows the 3 characters in action with what seems like the only set of accessories, a set of giant fists for Batman. Loving the carnage in the background, but yeah, let's open this box and see what's inside. The inside display background to these figures is just a work of art. I'm such a sucker for things that give me nostalgia of old cartoons. You can see broken rubble, debris, wrecked vehicles with a burning Gotham in the distance. Very vibrant and colourful artwork by Mattel, which really helps bridge these toys with the background story of Batman and Bane. Bane is one of Batman's most intelligent opponents. He dissected Batman in every way before he confronted the Dark Knight in person. Bane attacked what was most precious to Batman, Gotham City, and this artwork captures that beautifully here. And as the city burns, you can see the city needs its hero at its darkest hour. We're getting 3 characters, and all of these 3 characters are different and unique in their own way. They look well detailed, especially Bane, who is taking the most space and looks fantastic. Physically, they are different in terms of their body types and styles, which is really good to see, as we are really getting a good variety in this set. Let's begin by taking a look at the Dark Knight. From the go, we have an incredible looking Batman for the kids line action figure. We're getting the same Batman as we've seen in the previous unboxings in terms of the body sculpts, the design, the head sculpt, the utility belt, forearm gauntlets, and even the boots. They're all the same. The variations are based around the color designs and the extra accessories which Batman comes with to complement the attire. In this set, Batman is coming in his traditional look, which will please a lot of fans. We also get a beautiful soft goods cape as demonstrated in this dramatic pose as Batman attacks Bane. Up close we see Batman painted in shiny silver and not matte paint, which is different to the other figures. The blue cowl looks gorgeous here. The Bat logo is splendid as ever, and the forearm gauntlets are intricately detailed, just as the other Batmans in the previous sets. Details look fantastic on the boots. The sculpt carries material of different textures to show the mesh-like material for flexibility and protection, along with firmer protection pads. The utility belt looks vibrantly yellow, detailed, and removable, as we will see in a moment. Overall, this is a great figure. Now let's see how it moves. Now with this beauty in hand, we can see the head can tilt up, down, to the right, to the left. You can see that it can be tilted down more than up, which is a lot more noticeable when you see from side on. See, it looks good there, but down looks much better. The arm comes up 90 degrees and looks beautiful. Single jointed elbow extending more than it's asked for, which is appreciated. It can also rotate, which somewhat compensates for no bicep swivel, which honestly I don't mind with this kids line action figure. And the wrist is doing its thing as well. Also, you can see the utility belt is a nice soft rubber, detailed and removable, which reveals beneath the waist rotation. Always nice and firm, feels very secure. The leg comes out 90 degrees from the hip ball joint. It can also go to the side as well. The leg also slightly extends backwards as well, which helps the cause for posing. And as you've seen, we've already done quite some good poses. Double jointed pinless knees, which has to be the best articulation on these figures. You got your thigh cut swivel, and you also have your boot cut swivel as well. This is probably a good time to look at the only accessory that has come with this set. Labeled as the bat-shaped handcuffs, it actually looks more like giant metallic boxing gloves. I don't know why they've labeled it as handcuffs. But yeah, I'll take creative liberty here and just call them giant gloves, which would aid Batman to counter Bane's superior strength and brute force. As you can see, it comes like this, and you can probably see opposite ends match and click together around Batman's forearms. We cut the gloves off and release them. And as you can see, we have to be considerate of Batman's gauntlet. One side has a gap open to allow Batman's gauntlets to fit through, which is quite considerate. And it feels quite securely here. You can see it looks like a cast. And you can see the pegs and holes respectively for them to wrap around Batman's arm. You can imagine Batman attacking Bane with these giant electrically charged metallic gloves and cracking Bane square in the jaw, knocking him for a 6. And that's the beauty of these toys. You can literally make any story out of them, whatever excites you. This has to be my favourite Batman figure by Mattel so far. It's a rush of nostalgia for a classic figure that is delivered to great modern standards that adult collectors would expect, let alone kids, who are going to have a great time with this figure. It's honestly just a great action figure all in all. Standing in at 7.5 inches, this Bane looks like a monster with venom pulsating throughout his body. Unfortunately for Batman, he will not be able to overpower Bane, and this superimposing figure demonstrates just that. Inspired by the comic The Man Who Broke the Bat, Bane systematically exhausted the Dark Knight by releasing Gotham's worst criminals from Arkham Asylum, culminating in a brutal confrontation where Bane broke Batman's back over his knee. With enormous bulging veins, shredded fibers of muscle under a tight black vest, this Bane action figure looks glorious. Bane is wearing his mask, which in some iteration reflects his luchador background, but in most, it has a functional purpose as it allows him to administer venom directly to his brain, which comes through the pipe along his arm. The red evil eyes look great here. His body proportions are ridiculously blown out of proportion, but that fits his character well. You can also see Bane is wearing a pair of fingerless gloves, which has some details on the wrist. Bane is wearing something that looks like a belt made from chains, and it doesn't seem removable. He's wearing black military style cargo pants, and heavily black military style boots, which has great details of laces and folds above the boots. The head can rotate to the right, to the left. It can look down, look up, and you can see from the side angle to get a better idea. Tilt down. The figures actually tilt better down than they do up. And you can also see the pipes behind back of Bane's head are also detachable as well. Very cool detail there as well. The arm can come up 90, which is impressive for a bulky figure like this. Look at them veins. Look at the details in that chest as well. Single jointed elbow doing its job. Quite good for a bulky figure like this. Arm can also move around. The forearm also rotates as well, just as the wrist too. Tilt's always a bit limited with these bulky figures. And you can also see the waist, it can rotate quite well. And as mentioned, I don't think we can remove the belt. Mattel's leg articulation game is strong. Ball joint hip performing well here. Crank it a bit higher. Double jointed pinless knees, back-breakingly good. Looks very impressive. We've got no thigh cut swivel, but we do have boot cut swivel. An impressive outing for this kids line Bane action figure. This is really adding anticipation for the collector line for me because honestly, this figure is very impressive. Unfortunately, it seems like Bane has overcome our hero in this unboxing. Surely there must be help around the corner. At Batman's darkest hour comes a former friend. Here comes NightWing. In his black and blue outfit along with his devastating Eskrima sticks, Batman's first protege is going to help Batman take down Bane. With a fresh, youthful look, Nightwing brings a different energy. He's agile, acrobatic, and eager to make his mark. This figure looks fantastic from the go. He brings a different dynamic to this action figure set, and certainly a welcome addition. This Nightwing looks incredible up close. He's wearing his eye mask, he has vibrant skin tones with an arrogant yet confident smirk, very youthful. He's also got textured medium cut hair length with a bit of a flowy curtain going on, looking fantastic. With his sleek acrobatic catsuit, his most iconic attire is a solid black base featuring a vibrant blue emblem that stretches across the chest and across his back. His light blue utility belt also allows him to carry his Eskrima sticks so they're not far away. This figure looks honestly so good, and I'm sure the lighting has something to do with it, especially the skin tones there. He looks quite lifelike and very much at the same time like a cartoon character. The black paint has different textures, so we can see there's a bit more shine on the boots and the knees than the thighs. But honestly, to see this kind of posing with a figure like this, it's honestly something else. This is really going to appeal to a lot of adult collectors, I can tell you that right now. So heading over to the articulation, head looks down, looks up, look to the left, look to the right, good ball joint movement there. Again, side on, looking down, great articulation there, looking up in the moonlight, looking very heroic. Such a great figure, slim yet feels quite sturdy and solid. Arm comes up 90 degrees. Comes down. Single jointed elbow, working magic. The wrist is acting like the wrist. Again, it feels so good in hand, and I don't think we can remove the belt. It's pretty much fixed there, and the waist is rotating as it should do. For some reason, this figure gives me Spider-Man vibes. I think it's the slim build and the suit. Legs coming up, looking so good. Double jointed pinless knees, as good as it gets in the business. You got your thigh cut and your boot cut, and you got a bit of motion there for a bit of Irish tap dancing too. The former Robin is a great action figure. In amongst all of the figures I have reviewed, Mattel's Nightwing is a different stroke of action figure. A slim, sleek style superhero, it's different to the other action figures I've reviewed, yet consistently holds a great quality on all rounds of design and execution. And isn't this what action figures are all about? Larger than life characters with compelling background stories coming together and creating a splash of action and adventure, which this set provides in abundance. Mattel has delivered spectacularly with these figures in terms of their quality, design, and overall presentation. I have been seeing a lot of collectors on social going for the kids line action figures, which is fantastic to see. Mattel is really putting in great effort with this, and I'm glad fans are responding to that. I really can't wait to see everyone else's reactions when they get a hold of these action figures. I've had a great time with them, but equally I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. I'm not really sure when they're going to be coming out. I'd assume sometime any time between now and end of the year. It can't be that long. And also some good news for the fans in UK. I've been told that Smiths will also be stocking Mattel's DC goods. So exactly which one they're going to be stocking, I'm not really sure. But still, it's something. I will be reviewing and doing more cool stuff on this channel, so do subscribe. Until next time.